Hi, this is Samantha Jones, and I am going to be doing my major presentation over PE and technology. First off, what is PE? PE is an acronym that stands for Physical Education. Physical education is an educational course offered by schools as an elective or in some states is a mandatory class that promotes fitness. Surprisingly, only 6 states require at least 150 minutes of physical activity a week by their students. These states would include Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, North Carolina, Illinois, and Iowa. 3 states have a mandatory requirement of only 20 minutes a week, which include Delaware, Virginia, and Nebraska. When you hear the topic of physical education, the big epidemic we're facing today is obesity in our youth. This is mainly because over the years, there has been a decline in the desire for our youth to participate in physical education or any type of physical activity. Excessive exposure to technology is going hand in hand with the increasing epidemic of obesity in our children. According to the website livestrong.com, the American Academy of Pediatrics has estimated that an average child spends up to 7 hours watching television, browsing the internet, or playing video games each day. When you talk about the curriculum, you hear the words Common Core. Well, how is Common Core and PE related? First off, though, I want to kind of give you what Common Core means. Common Core is the shared goals and expectations for knowledge and skill through the English language, arts and literacy, and mathematics to best prepare the students for college and their careers of choice. Currently, there are 42 of our 50 states that adopted the initiative, with the exceptions being Oklahoma, Texas, Virginia, Alaska, Nebraska, Indiana, and South Carolina. All your other states, for example Arkansas, requires each student to cover their Common Core before they can go on to the next level. Now we're going to see how PE can be incorporated into our Common Core. Using classes such as PE, teachers can implement what the students are learning in their core courses by making up fun and creative ways to use their knowledge while also staying active. Teachers can think of different games that correspond to one of the Common Core subjects so that the students are learning and getting exercise without even realizing it because they're having fun. For instance, a PE teacher can create a game that implements the students' knowledge in math as a competitive and fun activity, just like this video I'm going to show you on the next slide. Please take the time to listen on how this PE teacher uses Common Core of math to implement a game where students are active and learning math at the same time, but they don't know it because they're having fun.
To choose from and have them either go on their own or partner up. The other thing you'll need to do as a teacher is you'll need a set of flashcards, or 2 or 3, number, depends on how many kids you have. dribble out to one of the dots and try to shoot the basket. They make the basket, they will come back to the coach. Your job as your teacher is to show them flashcard. They answer the card correctly, they get the card, and they dribble back. And if they're a partner, they give it to their partner, the ball, and the partner gets to go shoot. Or, if they do not have a partner, they simply go put this on the side where they house themselves and they dribble out and take another shot. We like to use the dots so that the kids aren't on top of each other when they're shooting and getting hit off the head. The game is over when we run out of flashcards or class time is up. The team that has the most flashcards is the winning team. This is Math Flash. I'm Coach Burrell.
This is just an example of a game that you can use the cross education of using PE and your core curriculum and making it a fun game where the students are learning and being active at the same time. Now we talk about the major topic, PE and technology. With the declining desire for students wanting to participate in physical education, teachers are coming up with more and more ways to incorporate technology and fitness to keep their kids motivated and engaged. With technology growing at a rapid pace and ultimately part of every kid's life, it only makes sense for PE teachers, or any other teachers in fact, to use technology to their advantage in the classroom. These are just some examples of technology that may be used in PE, where some technology could actually be used in the classrooms too. For example, YouTube, like the previous video I just showed, was from YouTube on how to use demonstrations so that your kids can see a visual on things, how they're supposed to be done. This goes with like the iPad and the iPhone pictured. More and more schools are starting to use an iPad or a laptop, tablet sort to really engage their students into learning and using the technology as visuals and making it more interesting for the students to engage. The next picture would be a pedometer, which tracks your number of steps. A good thing you can do, especially if you're a PE teacher, would be give each of your students one of these, let's say at the beginning of the year. And then you tell your students by the end of the year, we're going to see who had the most steps and who's going to win a prize at the end of the year for having the most steps in the class. The next thing would be a fit wrist, fitness balance wristlet. You see these more common in older kids, even adults now are wearing these, but it's just a way that kids can track their heart rate monitors on their wrists. You can use it in a PE class to teach kids about heart rate instead of trying to teach them just by lecturing them. It gives them a visual on what you're actually looking at. The next thing would be a Wii Fit. These are a very interactive, fun way for kids to stay active, fit, while playing video games like they like to do. They enjoy this because they don't know they're taking the time to actually get up and get active. They think they're playing a video game. The last example I show is different apps that are used. There's new apps used every day. More and more coming out. Different creative things, tracking fitness, fitness coaches, all kinds of things that kids can track their fitness levels on. These apps just give a good way for kids to be able to be visual, or teachers to keep track of students and their progress. By implementing technology in physical education, it's getting kids more active because they find it more exciting and challenging having these devices as visuals in their exercise. It also allows students to use their knowledge of technology and use it to their advantage to create new ways to get active.